Welcome. Take a breath. Let the world slow down for a moment. You didn't find this video by accident. Something inside you came here, searching for peace, for clarity, for strength, for a reminder of who you truly are. Life has a way of exhausting the mind and bruising the soul. We spend so much time trying to survive that we slowly forget how to truly live. So for the next hours, this is your space, your time, your reset. Nothing is demanded from you here. You do not need to impress anyone. You do not need to pretend you are strong. You do not need to hide your fears. You are safe here. Breathe in, slowly hold and release. Again, inhale, calm. Exhale, wait. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your thoughts settle, even just a little. Because right now, we are going to talk about peace. Not the peace that comes from a perfect life, but the kind of peace that comes from a strong heart and a steady mind. For thousands of years, the Stoics studied life. They faced war. They faced loss. They faced uncertainty, hardship, grief, failure, loneliness, sickness, betrayal, chaos, and change. And yet, they found peace. They found strength. They found the ability to stand tall in the middle of life's storms. How? By learning powerful truths about the human mind and the human spirit. Truths that still apply to you right now, in this very moment. You see, life may feel overwhelming sometimes. Your mind may feel loud. Your worries may feel heavy. Your heart may feel tired of pretending to be okay. But you are not weak. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're human. And being human means feeling deeply. It means caring. It means trying. It means carrying invisible battles inside your chest, while the world continues moving like nothing is happening. But tonight, you don't have to fight the world. You only have to breathe and listen, because over the next few hours, we are going to walk through 9 Stoic truths. Real life-changing principles that have helped millions of people find peace, direction, emotional strength, purpose, and stability. Not motivational hype, not empty positivity, not unrealistic fantasy, but grounded wisdom, calm power, truth, and slowly, something inside you will begin to shift. The way you look at problems will change. The way you react to stress will change. The way you treat yourself will change. You will begin to understand that you don't need to fight everything. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to carry the entire world on your shoulders. There is another way to live, calmer, clearer, stronger. Maybe you've spent years worrying, years overthinking, years living with fear inside your chest, years feeling like you're drowning quietly while smiling on the outside. But starting now, we begin to release it, slowly, gently, patiently, because peace is not something you chase. It's something you create inside your own mind. And for the next 5 hours, this journey is not about escaping life. It's about learning how to stand inside it with strength, with courage, with grace. You are here because some part of you is ready to stop living trapped in anxiety, ready to stop believing every fearful thought, ready to stop letting worry control your heart, ready to breathe again. So let this time be sacred. Let it be healing. Let it be personal. This is not just background audio. This is a conversation with your soul. This is a reminder of the power you forgot you had. This is a guide back to yourself. As we begin, whisper this gently in your mind. I deserve peace. I deserve clarity. I deserve strength. I deserve to live, not just survive. Because you do. Welcome to the journey back to your calm, powerful, unshakable self. Let's begin. Stoic Truth 1. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Close your eyes for a moment and think about this powerful truth. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about your past for a moment. Think about the things you feared deeply, the nights you couldn't sleep, the days your heart raced with panic, the future you were terrified of. How many of those fears actually came true? Very few. Yet your mind made you live those fears over and over again as if they were real. That is the silent suffering most people never talk about. The mind creates emotional storms. We believe we are stressed because life is hard, but many times we're stressed because our thoughts are loud. You're not just dealing with life, you're dealing with the story you tell yourself about life. Something small happens, and the mind exaggerates it. A problem appears, and the mind imagines the worst possible outcome. A person says something, and you replay it again and again, building layers of meaning that were never there. And suddenly, overthinking is a prison. Overthinking is mental torture. It turns tiny sparks into raging fires. One thought turns into 10. 10 thoughts turn into a storm. And before you realize it, you aren't reacting to reality anymore. You're reacting to your imagination. Stoicism teaches us life hurts, but overthinking hurts more. Life challenges you, but imagination destroys you. Reality may hit you once, but your thoughts hit you 1,000 times. Reality is usually calmer. Notice something? Reality is usually quieter, simpler, and less dramatic than your mind makes it. Reality says, "This is happening. Deal with it." Your mind says, "This is happening, and it's terrible, and it will get worse, and it means you're failing, and you'll never recover." See the difference? Reality brings a challenge. Your mind adds suffering. A Stoic way to see life. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your judgment of it." Meaning, events don't hurt nearly as much as the meaning you attach to them. Losing something hurts, but telling yourself, "I will never recover," is what breaks you. Failing hurts, but telling yourself, "This defines me," is what destroys you. Being rejected hurts, but believing "I am not enough" is what scars you. Your suffering comes from the story. Change the story, and you change the pain. Life is difficult, but you can handle it. Stoicism never promised a painless life. Life will still bring challenges, loss, uncertainty, change, disappointment, and difficulty. But Stoicism reminds us you can handle reality. You have always handled reality. Think about it. Every real challenge you faced, you survived it. Every hard moment you lived, you got through it. Reality didn't break you. You're still here, still breathing, still moving forward. What broke you were the thoughts you carried silently inside. Your mind builds fear to protect you. And here's something important. Your mind is not your enemy. It's trying to protect you. It imagines danger so it can prepare. It imagines worst outcomes so you don't get hurt. It overthinks because it fears uncertainty. Your mind worries because it cares about you, but sometimes it overprotects you. And that protection turns into prison. You don't need to destroy your mind, you just need to retrain it. Breathe, come back to reality. Right now, take a breath, inhale slowly, hold gently, exhale softly again. Let your awareness return to your body. Feel your chest rise. Feel the breath leave. Notice you're here, present, alive. This is real. This moment, this breath, this state. Not the past, not the future, not imaginary disasters, just now. This is peace. Ask yourself this powerful question. Next time you feel anxiety building, ask yourself, is this actually happening right now, or is it happening in my head? If it's not happening now, release it. If it's not real, don't live in it. If it hasn't happened, don't suffer from it. You don't need to die 1,000 mental deaths before real life arrives. A short story. Imagine two people walking toward a mountain. One says, "This mountain will destroy me. I don't have the strength. It's impossible. I will fail. I will collapse." The other says, "This mountain is difficult, but I will climb it, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment." Both face the same mountain, but one collapses long before he reaches it, because he was defeated in his mind. The other one climbs, because his mind was steady. Life is the same mountain. Your story determines your strength. Replace fear with presence. Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" Think, "If I fail, I'll learn and I'll stand again." Instead of thinking, "What if I can't handle it?" Think, "I will face it when it comes, not before." Instead of thinking, "What if something goes wrong?" Think, "What if things work out?" Shift the story, shift your life. Let go gently. You don't have to force peace. You don't have to shut your mind harshly. Just gently say, "This is not real yet. This is only a thought. This is imagination, not reality. I'll deal with life, not fear." And slowly, the mind softens, the chest loosens, the heart feels lighter, and the world becomes calmer. Because when you stop living in your imagination, everything becomes simpler. Right now, wherever you are, remind yourself, life will challenge me, but I can face it. Fear will visit me, but I don't have to live in it. Thoughts will rise, but I will not drown in them. I will not suffer endlessly inside stories that are not even real. I choose presence. I choose clarity. I choose peace. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. So live in reality, live in truth, live here, breathe, and let your mind rest. Stoic truth. Number 2, you cannot control the world, but you can always control how you respond to it. There will always be things in life you cannot control. People will misunderstand you, life will surprise you, plans will break, loved ones may leave, unexpected challenges will appear, and sometimes the world will not be fair. But here is the truth the Stoics learned, a truth that changes everything. Life is not defined by what happens to you. Life is defined by how you respond. Because there are only 2 kinds of power in this world: the power you wish you had, and the power you actually do have. We spend so much time suffering because we spend our lives trying to control what was never ours to control. We try to control people. We try to control outcomes. We try to control the future. We try to force the world to act exactly how we want. And when it doesn't, we get hurt. We get anxious. We get angry. We lose peace. But the Stoics realize something beautifully simple. There are only 2 categories in life. 1, things you can control. 2, things you cannot. And peace begins the moment you stop trying to control what isn't yours. Think about it. You can't control whether people like you, but you can control how you treat people. You can't control what happens tomorrow, but you can control the effort you make today. You can't control whether life is easy, but you can control whether you stand back up when it isn't. You can't control whether people speak negatively about you, but you can control whether you let it define you. You can't control how long you live, but you can control how deeply you live while you're here. That is your power. Not the world, not circumstances, not fate. You, your mind, your choices, your attitude, your response. This is where freedom lives. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. It means this: if it is outside your control, do not waste your life worrying about it. If it is inside your control, focus your energy there. Most of your anxiety doesn't come from life. It comes from resisting life, from constantly thinking, what if this happens? What if that goes wrong? What if I fail? What if they leave? What if I'm not enough? But stop and ask yourself, is worrying changing anything, or is it only draining you? Worrying doesn't prepare you. Fear doesn't protect you. Overthinking doesn't solve the future. They only hurt the present. So today, begin to shift your focus. Let go of what isn't yours to control. Hold on firmly to what is. The Stoics faced storms too. Marcus Aurelius lost children. Epictetus lived as a slave. Seneca faced betrayal, political chaos, even death. Yet they found peace, not because life was kind to them, but because they refused to surrender their inner power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He didn't say life would suddenly become easy. He didn't say the world would magically become gentle. He said, you become stronger, and strength creates peace. Imagine two people. Both lose their job. Both experience the same event. But one collapses emotionally, believing life is over, and the other takes a deep breath and says, "This hurts. But this is not the end. This is simply a new chapter. I will learn. I will adapt. I will rebuild." Same event. Different response. Completely different life outcome. That is the power of your response. You will not always choose what happens, but you always choose who you become through it. Pain can make you bitter, or it can make you wiser. Failure can break your spirit, or it can sharpen your hunger. Loss can harden your heart, or it can deepen your love. Disappointment can turn you cold, or it can make you stronger. Your response is your power. Start asking yourself, when life hits me, do I collapse or do I stand? When people treat me unfairly, do I react emotionally or do I stay composed? When the future feels uncertain, do I panic or do I breathe, focus, and stay grounded? Growth begins when you stop reacting and start choosing. The mind is a battlefield. Most battles aren't happening around you, they are happening inside you. That's why the Stoics trained their minds like warriors. They practiced calm. They practiced emotional control. They practiced accepting reality, not fighting it. They didn't suppress emotion. They mastered it. They didn't ignore problems. They faced them with clarity. They didn't avoid responsibility. They embraced it, because when the mind is stable, the world loses its power to shake you. You deserve peace. And peace comes when you stop giving power to everything outside you. No more losing sleep over people who don't care. No more destroying your health, worrying about things you cannot change. No more torturing yourself over scenarios that exist only in your imagination. From today onward, if you cannot control it, release it. If you can control it, take responsibility. That's it. That's the formula. Simple, but life-changing. So now, as you continue this journey, remind yourself gently, I don't control everything, and I don't need to. I will do my best where I have power, and I will stay calm where I don't. I choose response over reaction, strength over panic, clarity over chaos. You are stronger than your fears. You are wiser than your worries. You are more capable than you think. control your mind, and life begins to feel different, not because the world changed, but because you did. And that is true power. Breathe slowly, feel the calm, feel the steadiness. You are learning the art of inner strength. And this is only the beginning. Stoic truth number 3. Suffering doesn't destroy you, it shapes you if you let it. There comes a moment in every life, a moment when the world feels heavy, when the heart feels tired, when the soul whispers quietly, "I don't know how much more I can take." Life will put weight on you, it will test you, it will press on your spirit to see what you're made of. And in those moments, it's easy to believe suffering is punishment. It's easy to believe pain is unfair. It's easy to think hardship means something is wrong with your life or wrong with you. But the Stoics understood something different, something powerful, something that changes the meaning of pain entirely. They believed suffering is not what breaks you. Suffering is what shapes you, if you allow it. You see, pain is not the enemy. Pain is a teacher. Hardship is not the end. Hardship is the beginning of strength. Struggle isn't the sign that you are losing. Struggle is the sign that you are growing. Because every strong person you admire today did not become strong in comfort. They became strong in storms. Think about your own life. Every lesson that truly mattered, did it come from easy times? Or did it come from heartbreak? From disappointment? From failure? From loss? From moments when you were forced to rebuild yourself piece by piece? Pain teaches wisdom no book can give. Pain builds resilience no motivational quote can replace. Pain creates depth in the human soul. Without struggle, you would never grow depth of character. Without failure, you would never learn humility. Without heartbreak, you would never understand compassion. Without loss, you would never understand the value of what you still have. Without storms, you would never learn how powerful you really are. The Stoics faced darkness too. Marcus Aurelius wasn't born calm. His calm was forged. Epictetus wasn't born wise. He suffered deeply, learned, adapted, evolved. Seneca wasn't born strong. Life demanded strength from him, and he answered. Their wisdom didn't come from theory, it came from survival. And they discovered something profound. The obstacle becomes the way. What blocks you builds you. What challenges you prepares you. What hurts you refines you. Life's hardships are not walls. They are doorways. They are not there to imprison you. They are there to awaken you. Look at nature. A seed must break before it becomes a tree. A muscle must tear before it becomes strong. A diamond forms under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. Oceans become calm only after storms. So why do we think humans should grow without difficulty? Growth has a price. Strength has a path. Wisdom has a cost. And that cost is discomfort. But here's the key. Pain itself doesn't make you better. Hardship itself doesn't guarantee growth. What matters is your response to suffering. Two people can experience the same pain, but one becomes bitter and the other becomes wiser. Two people can face the same loss, but one collapses permanently and the other slowly learns to stand again. Two people can face the same disappointment, but one gives up and the other says, "This is not where I stop. This is where I rebuild." Growth is not automatic. Growth is a choice. The Stoics didn't say enjoy pain. They didn't pretend hardship feels good. They didn't deny the reality of suffering. They simply asked one question. Since this pain is here, how will I use it? Will I let it harden me? Or will I let it deepen me? Will I let it destroy me? Or will I let it teach me? Will I let it close my heart? Or will I let it make me wiser, calmer, stronger? Maybe right now you are carrying something silently, something heavy, something the world doesn't see. Maybe it's grief. Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's disappointment. Maybe it's a dream that didn't happen. Maybe it's something you lost. Maybe it's someone you lost. And maybe you feel tired of pretending you're okay. But listen gently. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still standing. That means life is not done with you yet. There is still something inside you that refuses to give up. There is still strength inside you that even you have not fully discovered. Sometimes life breaks you open so the stronger version of you can step forward. The Stoics believed we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of the time, your mind magnifies pain. It repeats it. It replays it. It makes it bigger than it is. But pain becomes lighter when you stop fighting it and start working with it. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? What strength is being built in me right now?" This doesn't make suffering disappear, but it transforms it. It gives it purpose. It gives it direction. It gives you back your power. Sometimes life removes things not to hurt you, but to clear your path. Sometimes relationships end so you can rediscover yourself. Sometimes plans fail so better plans can appear. Sometimes you lose so you can learn what truly matters. Sometimes you are forced to let go so your hands are free to receive something better. And sometimes life breaks your heart so it can open your soul. Remember this: strength is not the absence of pain. Strength is the ability to walk through pain with dignity. Courage is not never feeling afraid. Courage is moving forward even when you are scared. Wisdom is not avoiding suffering. Wisdom is learning from it. The Stoics didn't escape life. They faced it directly, and that is what you are learning to do too. So now, if you are hurting, be gentle with yourself. Do not rush your healing. Do not shame yourself for feeling deeply. Healing is not a straight line. Growth is not instant. Strength is not built overnight. But every day you continue. Every day you breathe through the pain. Every day you choose not to give up. You are becoming stronger than you realize. And one day you will look back at this chapter and realize it didn't destroy me. It shaped me. It made me wiser. It made me more patient. It made me more compassionate. It made me stronger. And in that moment, you will understand what the Stoics meant. Suffering is not your enemy. Suffering is your sculptor. Breathe deeply. Feel the calm returning. Feel your strength awakening. Feel your spirit grounding again. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this journey is far from over. Stoic truth number 4. Peace begins when you stop living for approval and start living in alignment with your own values. We spend so much of our lives performing to be liked, performing to be accepted, performing to be admired, performing to be enough. Somewhere along the journey of life, many of us forgot who we truly are because we were too busy trying to be who everyone else wanted us to be. We learned to smile when we were breaking inside. We learned to stay quiet when our voice wanted to speak. We learned to shrink ourselves just to make others comfortable. And slowly, without even realizing, we traded authenticity for approval. But the Stoics taught something powerful, something liberating, something life-changing. You do not need the world's permission to live your life. You only need your own courage to live in alignment with your values. Real peace begins not when the world finally approves of you, but when you finally approve of yourself. Think about it. How many decisions in your life were made out of fear of judgment? How many dreams did you bury because someone told you they were unrealistic? How many times did you stop yourself from trying because you were afraid of looking foolish? How often do you worry about what people will think more than what your heart truly wants? We fear people's opinions like they control our destiny. We fear rejection like it defines our worth. We fear criticism as if it has the power to decide who we are. But the Stoics asked a simple question: whose life are you living? Yours, or the life others expect from you? Because one of the greatest forms of suffering is living a life based on outside approval. And one of the greatest forms of freedom is living a life rooted in your own values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. We fear being judged. We fear being misunderstood. We fear being disliked. But the truth is, people will judge you no matter what you do. If you succeed, some will envy you. If you fail, some will laugh. If you speak, some will criticize. If you stay silent, some will assume. You cannot escape opinions. You can only choose not to live under their control." The Stoics understood something profound. Other people's opinions are not within your control, but your character is, your integrity is, your choices are, your actions are, your values are, and that is what truly defines you. The Stoics believed that a person should live according to virtue, not applause. Live according to principle, not popularity. Live according to inner truth, not outer pressure. Because the moment you betray your values to please others, you lose something far more valuable than their approval. You lose yourself. Imagine living a life where you no longer constantly worry about whether people approve of you. You no longer break yourself into pieces just to fit into someone else's expectations. You no longer sacrifice your peace to keep everyone comfortable. Instead, you speak with honesty. You act with integrity. You stand for what you believe in. You stay true to your values. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. This is not selfishness. This is self-respect. Approval is temporary, but integrity is permanent. People's opinions change like weather. Today, they praise you. Tomorrow, they forget you. Next week, they may criticize you. But your values, your principles, your inner truth, those stay. And when your life is guided by your values, something beautiful happens. Your mind becomes calmer. Your heart becomes lighter. Your decisions become clearer. Your life feels more meaningful because you are no longer chasing validation. You are building character. The Stoics also warned living by approval is a slow form of slavery. When your happiness depends on praise, any criticism can destroy you. When your worth depends on applause, silence will terrify you. When your peace depends on people's acceptance, rejection will control you. But when your happiness comes from integrity, when your worth comes from self-respect, when your peace comes from living honestly, no one can take that from you. That is freedom. Ask yourself gently, do I often say yes when my heart wants to say no? Do I hide parts of myself because I fear judgment? Do I abandon my own needs just to please others? Do I depend too much on approval to feel worthy? If the answer is yes, you are not weak. You are human. We all crave acceptance. We all want to belong. We all want to feel seen. But belonging loses meaning if you have to become someone else to earn it. You deserve a life where you can exist as you truly are without constantly fearing rejection. The Stoics believed true confidence is quiet, not loud ego, not arrogance, not superiority, but calm self-assurance, a grounded sense of self, a peaceful knowing that says, I know who I am, I know what I stand for, and I don't need everyone to agree for my truth to remain valid. This is inner strength. This is maturity. This is emotional freedom. Living by your values means you choose honesty even when lying is easier. You choose kindness even when the world is harsh. You choose discipline even when comfort tempts you. You choose courage even when fear whispers loudly. You choose what is right, not what is popular, and slowly you begin to respect yourself. And self-respect is one of the strongest foundations of peace. The truth is, not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will like you. Not everyone will support you. And that's okay. Because your purpose in life is not to be universally approved. Your purpose is to live meaningfully, to live truthfully, to live consciously, to live aligned with your deeper values and the right people, the genuine ones, the real connections. They will respect you not for how well you please everyone, but for how authentically you live. Even loneliness feels different. When you betray yourself for approval, loneliness hurts deeply because you are disconnected from your own soul. But when you stay true to yourself, even solitude becomes powerful. You are not lonely. You are aligned. You are grounded. You are whole within yourself. The Stoics often chose solitude not because they hated people, but because they valued inner clarity. Peace doesn't always mean being surrounded. Sometimes peace means standing alone with dignity and self-respect. So today, release the weight of expectations. Release the need to constantly impress. Release the fear of being misunderstood. Not everyone is meant to understand you. Not everyone is meant to walk your path. Not everyone is meant to validate your journey. And that's okay, because you are not here to perform. You are here to live. Live honestly. Live courageously. Live intentionally. Whisper this gently to yourself. I do not need everyone to approve of me. I choose self-respect over validation. I choose integrity over applause. I choose to live in alignment with my values. Feel the weight lifting. Feel the breath deepening. Feel the peace expanding inside you. You are not here to become what the world demands. You are here to become who you are truly meant to be. And that journey begins with inner alignment. Take a slow breath. Inhale calm. Exhale fear. You're learning to live not as a performer, but as an authentic, grounded, powerful soul. And this is only the next step in your journey. Stoic truth number 5. The present moment is all you truly have. Honor it. Live it. Don't waste it. Life is happening right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, not someday. Right here, right now, in this moment. But most people are rarely here. Physically, they're present. Emotionally, they're distant. Mentally, they're somewhere far away, lost in regret about the past, lost in anxiety about the future, lost in distractions, lost in what-ifs, lost in someday. But the Stoics realized something powerful, something life-altering. The only moment you truly own is the one you're living right now. Everything else is either memory or imagination. Think about it. The past exists only in your mind now. It's gone. It has already happened. No matter how much you replay it, you cannot change a single second of it. The future hasn't arrived yet. It is still potential, still uncertain, still unwritten. But the present moment, this breath, this second, this is life. This is where peace lives. This is where growth happens. This is where reality is. Yet we spend so much of our lives everywhere except here. The Stoics asked a simple question. If you cannot live in this moment, where else do you expect to live? Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one now." Seneca warned, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," because most of our pain is not created by life. It is created by the mind's constant obsession with yesterday and tomorrow. Regret chains us to the past. Fear chains us to the future. And both chains steal the only time we truly have, now. Look at how life passes. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. Months become years. And one day, you wake up and realize huge parts of your life passed by while you were mentally somewhere else. You were so busy worrying that you forgot to live. So busy chasing the future that you didn't appreciate the present. So busy replaying the past that you didn't notice beauty right in front of you. We keep saying, "I'll be happy when I'll start living once. I'll enjoy life after." But life is not waiting for you. Time is not pausing for you. Every minute you are not present, you are losing life. The Stoics deeply understood time. They saw time not as something guaranteed, but as something sacred. They believed one of life's greatest tragedies is not dying too soon. It's living too long without actually living. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. We waste time worrying about opinions. We waste time overthinking. We waste time scrolling. We waste time complaining. We waste time delaying dreams. We waste time waiting for perfect conditions that never come. Meanwhile, life quietly continues. Every sunrise that passes never returns. Every moment you ignore is gone forever. And one day, the moments you take for granted now will be the moments you desperately wish you could return to. Ask yourself, how many meals have you eaten without actually tasting them? How many conversations have you had without truly listening? How many beautiful moments have you rushed through because your mind was somewhere else? How many times did you sit physically with someone while mentally being miles away? Lost in your head, lost in stress, lost in worries. We think life is somewhere else, somewhere better, somewhere more exciting. But real life is happening right here. The Stoics practiced presence intentionally. They trained their mind to come back, to ground, to observe, to breathe. They practiced gratitude not in dramatic moments, but in ordinary ones. A cup of water, a breath of air, a warm ray of sunlight, a conversation, a quiet moment of peace. They recognized something most people ignore. Nothing is guaranteed. Not your relationships, not your opportunities, not your health, not even your next breath. Life is fragile, temporary, delicately balanced. That makes every moment precious. Presence does not mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities. It doesn't mean never planning. It doesn't mean pretending problems don't exist. The Stoics were not careless. They were disciplined, organized, focused, but they refused to sacrifice their peace to a future that didn't exist yet, or a past that was already gone. They prepared for tomorrow while living fully today. They learned from yesterday without reliving it endlessly. They embraced the now. Presence is power. When you are present, you think clearer. When you are present, anxiety weakens. When you are present, gratitude blooms. When you are present, life feels richer, deeper, calmer. You breathe differently. You feel differently. You respond differently. Your mind slows down. Your heart softens. Your spirit settles. The noise of the world quiets. And suddenly, you actually feel alive. Sometimes presence simply means instead of rushing, you slow down. Instead of reacting instantly, you breathe first. Instead of escaping feelings, you sit with them. Instead of constantly doing, you allow yourself to simply be, because you are allowed to pause. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to rest mentally. You are not a machine. You are a living being, and life is meant to be experienced, not just endured. Maybe right now, your mind is tired. Your heart is overwhelmed. Your thoughts feel loud. You've spent so much time worrying about the future, so much time replaying the past. You forgot to notice that right now, you are breathing, you are alive, you are still here. And that means life is still giving you opportunity, still giving you possibility, still giving you another chance to be present. So take a slow breath. Feel it. Inhale calm. Exhale tension. Feel how real this moment is. Nothing else exists right now except this breath, this heartbeat, this awareness that is presence. The Stoics also believed presence makes you stronger. When your mind isn't trapped in yesterday or terrified of tomorrow, you handle challenges better. You think clearer. You react wiser. You stay grounded. Most panic comes from the future. Most regret comes from the past. But strength exists in the present. Right here is where you make decisions. Right here is where you take action. Right here is where you live. And one day, when your life quiets, when you look back, you won't remember the moments you spent worrying. You won't treasure the hours you spent scrolling. You won't feel proud of the years you spent mentally absent. You will cherish presence, the laughter, the silence, the conversation, the effort, the love, the moments you truly lived instead of just existed. Those will matter. Those will define your life. So whisper this gently inside. I choose to be here. I choose to be present. I will not waste this moment. I will live fully right now. Feel the calm. Feel the clarity. Feel yourself returning to life. Because peace is not somewhere in the future. Peace is not hidden in the past. Peace lives in this exact moment, waiting for you to notice it. And right now, you are learning to return to it. Breathe. Slowly. Let the world soften. Let your thoughts loosen. Let your heart settle. You are here. You are present. You are alive. And this is where life truly happens. Stoic truth number 6. You become what you repeatedly do. Your habits quietly build or quietly destroy you. Your life is not shaped by what you wish for, not shaped by what you dream about, not shaped by what you plan in your head. Your life is shaped by what you do, consistently, not once, not occasionally, not when I feel motivated, but daily, repeatedly, relentlessly. The Stoics believe something deeply powerful. Excellence is not an act. It is a habit. Who you are becoming is hidden inside what you repeatedly do every single day. Think about it. Confidence doesn't just appear. It grows from daily acts of courage. Strength doesn't just happen. It builds from daily discipline. Wisdom doesn't magically arrive. It comes from continuous reflection and learning. Peace doesn't suddenly show up. It's cultivated through daily emotional control. Failure isn't created in one bad day. It's created by repeated neglect. Success isn't created in one great day. It's created by repeated commitment. Your future is quietly being built in your ordinary days. The Stoics understood daily habits shape destiny. Marcus Aurelius didn't become wise overnight. Epictetus didn't gain emotional strength instantly. Seneca didn't develop clarity in a moment. They trained their minds. They trained their reactions. They trained their actions. Just like an athlete trains the body. Just like a warrior trains their reflexes. They built character, brick by brick, day by day. And that's what most people forget. They want big change without small daily effort. They want transformation without discipline. They want strength without training themselves to be strong. But life doesn't work like that. Habit is powerful because habit works quietly. You rarely notice it in the beginning. Skipping one workout doesn't ruin you. Avoiding one difficult conversation doesn't break you. Sleeping late one night doesn't destroy your discipline. Overthinking today doesn't collapse your life. But when those behaviors repeat, they shape your identity. They shape your standards. They shape your character. Slowly, silently, consistently. Just like water doesn't break rocks in one splash, but through constant drops. Habits carve your life. Ask yourself honestly, what do I repeatedly do? Do I repeatedly procrastinate? Do I repeatedly avoid responsibility? Do I repeatedly react emotionally? Do I repeatedly complain instead of act? Do I repeatedly talk about change but never commit to it? Or do I repeatedly push myself to improve? Do I repeatedly stay disciplined? Do I repeatedly control my emotions? Do I repeatedly act with integrity? Do I repeatedly follow through with what I say? Because this is your real character, not your intentions, not your promises, your actions, your consistent actions. The Stoics were not obsessed with motivation. They didn't wait to feel like doing hard things. They didn't rely on moods. They didn't depend on inspiration. They built discipline. They believed, do what is right, even when it is uncomfortable. Do what is necessary, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Motivation fades. Discipline sustains. Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. Motivation pushes you sometimes. Discipline carries you for life. The Stoics knew, when you repeat discipline, you become disciplined. When you repeat courage, you become courageous. When you repeat calmness, you become grounded. When you repeat chaos, you become unstable. When you repeat excuses, you become powerless. Your habits are not small. Your habits are your life. Most people lose not because they lack potential, but because they lack consistency. They start strong. They get excited. They feel inspired. But somewhere along the way, they stop showing up. They stop doing the work. They let comfort control them, and slowly, their dreams fade, not because they were impossible, but because consistency was missing. Greatness is boring behind the scenes. It's routines. It's repetition. It's doing the right thing when nobody is clapping, when nobody is watching, when nobody is praising you. That's where strength is built. The Stoics practiced daily rituals. They journaled daily. They reflected daily. They corrected themselves daily. They worked on emotional control daily. They didn't seek perfection. They sought progress. They didn't demand instant transformation. They committed to lifelong improvement because they understood small improvements daily become massive transformation over time. Tiny disciplines compound. Tiny acts of courage compound. Tiny moments of self-control compound, just like tiny neglects compound. Tiny emotional reactions compound. Tiny moments of laziness compound. Everything you repeat grows. So ask yourself, what am I feeding daily? Strength or weakness? What am I strengthening daily? Discipline or excuses? What am I rehearsing daily? Calmness or chaos? Your repeated behavior is your training. Every day you are training yourself to become someone. Just make sure you are becoming someone you actually want to be. But remember, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You don't need to transform instantly. The Stoics didn't teach perfection. They taught steady growth. If you fall, stand again. If you break routine, resume. If you slip back, return. What matters is not flawless performance. What matters is returning to your path again and again and again. That is strength. That is character. That is self-mastery. Maybe right now you feel stuck. You feel behind. You feel tired of failing yourself. Maybe you've promised yourself many times that you'd change, that you'd be better, that you'd start new habits, and you didn't. That's okay. You are still here. You are still capable. You are still allowed to begin again, not with perfection, but with commitment. One step, one habit, one day at a time. The Stoics believed, first we form habits, then our habits form us. Your habits are building your future, so build wisely. Wake up with intention, speak with integrity, act with discipline. Choose strength over impulse. Choose growth over comfort. Choose consistency over temporary motivation, and slowly you will become someone grounded, someone powerful, someone emotionally strong, someone mentally steady. Because greatness isn't in dramatic moments. Greatness is in daily repetition. Whisper this gently to yourself. I am capable of discipline. I am capable of consistency. My small actions matter. I am building my future today. Feel the strength returning. Feel your focus sharpening. Feel your determination awakening. You don't need approval. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need endless motivation. You only need commitment and repetition, because who you become is hidden in what you repeatedly do. And today, you choose to build wisely. Breathe slowly. Feel grounded. Feel steady. Feel ready. Your habits are your power. And this journey is far from over. Stoic truth number 7. Most of your suffering doesn't come from what happens to you. It comes from how you interpret what happens. Life is not just about events. Life is about perception. Two people can go through the same storm. One breaks, one grows stronger. Two people can experience the same loss. One drowns in it, one learns from it and rises. Two people can face the same problem. One collapses emotionally. One remains calm, clear, and focused. What makes the difference? Not fate, not destiny, not circumstance. The difference is perception. The Stoics taught something deeply powerful. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Your mind is constantly interpreting life. Something happens, and immediately your mind creates a story about it. Why did this happen? What does this mean? Why me? What if everything goes wrong? What if I'm not enough? And sometimes it is not the situation hurting you. It's the story your mind is telling about it. Think about it. A delay happens. Your mind calls it a disaster. A person leaves. Your mind calls it abandonment. A challenge appears. Your mind calls it unfair. You fail at something. Your mind calls it proof you're worthless. Life says, this is a moment. Your mind says, this is the end. And suddenly, the weight you feel is not life, it's interpretation. The Stoics were masters of emotional stability because they mastered this truth. You cannot always control what happens, but you can always control how you choose to see it. This is power. This is freedom. This is strength. Because when you control perception, you control response. And when you control response, you control your emotional world. But let's be honest, when painful things happen, the mind naturally responds. It worries, it fears, it panics, it imagines worst-case scenarios. That's human. Stoicism does not deny emotion. Stoicism does not demand numbness. Stoicism does not say, don't feel. Stoicism says, feel, but don't drown. Acknowledge emotion, but don't let emotion control you. Observe fear, but don't become fear. This is emotional maturity. The Stoics trained themselves to pause before reacting. Something happens, and instead of panicking, instead of emotionally exploding, instead of assuming the worst, they stopped. They breathed. They questioned the mind. Is this truly as bad as my mind is making it? What part of this is reality? And what part is fear? Can I handle this? What can I control right now? And most of the time, the situation was not as catastrophic as the mind had painted it, because the mind exaggerates, the mind dramatizes, the mind creates storms, even when the sky is simply cloudy. The Stoics believed events are neutral. We give them meaning. Losing a job? It hurts, but it can also mean a new path. Failure? It stings, but it can also mean growth and intelligence gained. Rejection? It burns, but it can also mean protection from what wasn't aligned for you. Difficulty? It's uncomfortable, but it can also mean strength being built. Every moment carries two roads, pain or perspective, and what you choose shapes your emotional life. Look back at your life. Think about something you thought was the end of the world once. A heartbreak, a loss, a mistake, a failure, a change you didn't want. And now you are still here. You learned, you grew, you survived. Maybe you even became wiser, stronger, deeper. That proves something powerful. Your mind exaggerated the disaster. Life continued. You were capable then. You are capable now. The Stoics practiced asking one powerful question: is this truly bad, or is it simply uncomfortable? Most of what we call disaster is simply discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Uncertainty is uncomfortable. Facing truth is uncomfortable. Letting go is uncomfortable. But discomfort is not destruction. Uncertainty is not doom. Fear is not reality. Your mind may shout loudly, your emotions may shake fiercely, but beneath that, you are still here, breathing, capable, alive. And as long as you are alive, you are not defeated. The Stoics also practiced another powerful skill: reframing. They didn't lie to themselves. They didn't force fake positivity. They simply asked, how can I see this differently? Instead of, this is happening to me, they learned to see, this may be happening for me. For my growth, for my wisdom, for my emotional strength, for my future resilience. Not in a toxic, forced, unrealistic way, but in a grounded, mature, powerful way. Because here is the truth. Life will not always be gentle. Life will not always be fair. Life will not always align with your plans. There will be loss. There will be change. There will be uncertainty. There will be unexpected turns. You cannot change that, but you can choose to meet life with clarity instead of chaos, with calm instead of panic, with perspective instead of despair. That is Stoic strength. Many people suffer twice. First from the event, then from the story they build around it. They relive pain in their head. They repeat fear in their imagination. They replay worst-case scenarios. The Stoics refused to suffer twice. They faced reality, but they did not feed mental torture. They didn't let imagination torment them. They grounded themselves in, what is actually happening right now? What can I control? What can I learn? How can I respond wisely? And this brought emotional power. Maybe right now, something in your life hurts. Something feels uncertain. Something feels heavy. Maybe your mind keeps telling scary stories. Maybe your thoughts keep racing. Maybe anxiety keeps creating worst-case possibilities. Pause. Breathe. Ask yourself gently, what if it's not as bad as my mind believes? What if there is strength inside me I haven't noticed yet? What if I can handle more than I think? What if this is shaping me, not breaking me? Feel the shift. From panic to perspective, from fear to grounded presence, from emotional chaos to emotional control. This is Stoicism. This is mental strength. This is emotional maturity. Whisper this to yourself. I am not my thoughts. I am the one who observes them. My mind may panic, but I choose calm response. I cannot control everything, but I can control how I see it. I do not have to accept every fearful story my mind creates. I choose clarity. I choose perspective. I choose strength. Suddenly, the storm outside doesn't feel as powerful. Suddenly, the noise inside the mind becomes quieter. Suddenly, you feel grounded again, because when perception changes, your entire emotional world changes. The Stoics knew life gives you moments. Your mind gives them meaning. Choose meaning wisely. Choose perspective consciously. Choose interpretation powerfully, because most suffering does not come from life. It comes from the story we attach to life. And today, you choose a wiser story. Breathe deeply. Feel the calm. Feel the stability. Feel the strength returning. You are not powerless. You are not trapped by thoughts. You are capable of emotional clarity. And this journey continues. Stoic truth number 8. Peace begins the moment you stop trying to control everything and finally learn to trust life. There is something inside almost every human being, a silent tension, a constant pressure, a feeling that everything must go our way, that life must follow our plans, that people must behave the way we expect, that outcomes must match our desires, and when they don't, we stress, we worry, we panic, we tighten internally, we suffer emotionally, we live in fear of losing control. But here's the truth the Stoics understood deeply. You were never supposed to control everything. Life is not a machine you command. Life is not a script you completely write. Life is not a universe built around your expectations. Life is movement. Life is change. Life is flow. And peace, real peace, comes not from controlling life, but from learning how to move with it. The Stoics divided life into two simple categories. 1, what you can control. 2, what you cannot control. And they built their entire emotional strength by mastering this separation. Because suffering happens when you get these confused. When you try to control what you cannot, you experience anxiety. When you ignore the things you can control, you experience regret. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Let's slow down for a moment. Think about how much stress in your life has come from things outside your control. You worry about the future even though you can't see it. You replay the past even though you can't change it. You try to control how others see you. You try to control what people say. You try to control what they feel. You try to control how life should unfold. And slowly, you exhaust your spirit trying to control something that was never yours to control. The Stoics taught, you control your mind, you control your actions, you control your effort, but the outcome is not always yours. And that is okay. They believed, do your best, act with strength, live with discipline, speak with honesty, move with courage, then let life do what life does, not with fear, not with tension, but with trust. The more you try to control everything, the more life feels heavy. The more things slip out of your hands, the more peace disappears. Because the tighter you grip life, the more it hurts. Just like gripping a rope too tight burns your hands, gripping life too tightly burns your soul. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is release the tension. Not give up, not quit, not surrender your effort, but surrender the illusion that you must control everything. The Stoics understood something beautiful. Life unfolds with or without your tension. The universe does not move faster because you are stressed. Problems do not solve quicker because you are panicking. Pain does not disappear because you are constantly worried. In fact, worry makes everything heavier. Fear makes everything louder. Control makes everything tighter. But trust makes things lighter. Acceptance makes things calmer. Clarity makes things clearer. Understand something deeply. Life is not supposed to always match your expectations. People will change. Plans will fall apart. Situations will shift. The future will surprise you, sometimes beautifully, sometimes painfully, sometimes silently. You cannot freeze life. You cannot lock the world in place. You cannot demand permanence in a world built on movement. And that is why learning to release control is emotional freedom. The Stoics practiced something powerful. When something happened, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they asked, "How should I respond to this wisely?" Because response is control. Reaction is chaos. They refused to be victims of circumstance. They chose to be masters of response. They didn't pray for easier lives. They built stronger minds. They didn't beg the world to behave perfectly. They trained themselves to remain steady even when it didn't. That is real strength. Most people live in constant emotional battle with reality. They want things to be different than they are. They want the past to change. They want people to act differently. They want life to fit perfectly into their expectations. But reality is reality, and fighting reality is the fastest path to suffering. The Stoics chose acceptance, not weak acceptance, not passive surrender, but powerful acceptance. Acceptance that says, "This is what is happening. Now I choose my response." Acceptance does not mean you stop trying. Acceptance means you stop emotionally breaking yourself over what you cannot control. Imagine your mind like a ship. Waves will always come. Storms will appear. Winds will change direction. You cannot control the ocean, but you can control how you steer. You can strengthen your sails. You can stabilize your ship. You can navigate with wisdom. The Stoics didn't try to control the ocean of life. They learned to sail. And that is what you are learning now. Maybe right now. You're carrying stress about something uncertain. You're holding tension about something you can't change. You're worrying about outcomes that are not fully in your hands. Pause. Breathe. Ask yourself gently, is this in my control or outside it? If it's in your control, act Move, do your best. If it's outside your control, release the tension. Trust your strength. Trust your ability to handle whatever comes. Trust life. You have survived every past challenge. You have handled every previous uncertainty. You are still here. That means you are capable. The Stoics believed you suffer more from resisting life than from life itself. When you trust life, you relax into the moment. You breathe deeper. You think clearer. You respond wiser. When you trust life, you stop begging for certainty before you allow yourself to feel peace. You stop waiting for perfection before you allow yourself to rest. You stop demanding that everything must go perfectly before you allow yourself to feel safe. Peace becomes internal, not circumstantial. Whisper this gently to yourself. I do not need to control everything to feel safe. I trust myself to handle whatever comes. I release what I cannot control. I choose calm over constant worry. I choose trust over tension. Feel that. Feel your body relax. Feel your mind soften. Feel your spirit settle. This is peace. Not the peace of a perfect life, but the peace of a strong heart. The Stoics lived courageously, not because life was gentle, but because they trusted themselves. They trusted their resilience. They trusted their strength. They trusted their ability to adapt. They trusted their inner stability more than external certainty. And that is the kind of strength you are developing. Life will continue to change. Moments will continue to shift. The future will continue to unfold its own mysterious way, but you will meet it with calm, with clarity, with courage, because peace begins the moment you stop trying to control everything. And finally, learn to trust life. Breathe deeply. Feel grounded. Feel steady. Feel lighter. You are not powerless. You are not lost. You are not defenseless. You are learning to trust. You are learning to release. You are learning to live peacefully in a moving world. And this journey continues. Stoic truth number 9. Happiness is an inside job, the final mastery of life. Humans spend a lifetime searching for wealth, for status, for approval, for comfort, searching for happiness outside themselves, hoping life will give it to them, and yet happiness does not come from the outside. It never has. It never will. The Stoics understood a simple but profound truth. Everything you truly need is already within you. Let that sink in. All the power to remain calm, all the wisdom to navigate challenges, all the joy, peace, and resilience lives inside your mind, your soul, your choices. External circumstances are merely invitations to practice it. Consider this deeply. Life will not always be fair. People will not always be kind. The world will not always make sense. Pain will come, loss will come, disappointment will come. But happiness, inner contentment, serenity does not depend on these things. It depends on you. The Stoics built their lives on 3 pillars. 1, virtue, living with courage, justice, wisdom, and self-discipline. 2, reason, seeing the world clearly without illusions or false expectations. 3, choice, recognizing that your response to any situation is the one thing you always control. Master these 3, and nothing external can touch your inner peace. Think about it. You cannot control events. You cannot control people. You cannot control the passage of time. But you can control your mind. You can control your attention. You can control your effort. You can control your response. And in this control, you find freedom. The Stoics taught, happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your perception. Your perception shapes your reality. Your reality shapes your life. If your mind is calm, your life is calm. If your mind is clear, your life is clear. If your mind is virtuous, your life is meaningful. All external circumstances are secondary. Most people spend their lives trapped, chasing things they cannot truly control, worrying about the opinions of others, allowing fear to dictate their choices, seeking happiness in fleeting pleasures, possessions, and recognition. And yet, in the pursuit of these things, they miss the one thing that matters most, the cultivation of a mind and heart that cannot be shaken. Let's pause and reflect. Imagine a life where nothing outside you can disturb your peace, where you are grounded no matter the storm, where loss does not break you and success does not inflate you. This is not fantasy. This is the Stoic ideal, and it is achievable. Step by step, thought by thought, moment by moment, you can reach it. How do you start? 1. Observe your mind. Notice your thoughts, your judgments, your reactions. 2. Question your judgments. Are they based on reality or illusion? 3. Redirect your focus toward virtue, wisdom, courage, and meaningful action. 4. Detach from externals. Recognize what is truly yours, your effort, your choices, your responses. 5. Practice gratitude for the present moment, for life itself, for the ability to act wisely. The final truth. Happiness is not something you chase. It is not something you find in things. It is not given by anyone else. Happiness is cultivated inside. It is built piece by piece, day by day, moment by moment, through the mastery of your mind and the quality of your choices. It is your birthright. It is your sanctuary. It is your freedom. The Stoics lived this fully. They faced death calmly. They faced pain courageously. They faced loss with dignity. They faced life's chaos with a steady mind. They did not wait for life to hand them joy. They created it within themselves. And this is the final mastery, the ultimate truth. Your mind is your kingdom. Your choices are your power. Your peace is your inheritance. Imagine yourself now, breathing deeply, feeling calm, feeling in control of your mind, feeling free from unnecessary suffering, feeling strong, grounded, and unshakable. Even if the world is uncertain, even if life is chaotic, even if others fail, disappoint, or betray, your peace remains, your strength remains, your joy remains. Because it was never outside to begin with. It was inside you all along. Whisper this to yourself. I am the master of my mind. I am the captain of my soul. I am free from what I cannot control. I cultivate joy from within. I live with virtue, wisdom, and courage. Feel it settle. Feel it root in your being. Feel it radiate into every part of your life. This is the final Stoic truth. This is the freedom of the human spirit. This is happiness that no storm can destroy. And so, with all 9 truths, you have learned to observe life without fear, to act wisely without attachment, to control your mind and let go of the uncontrollable, to cultivate virtue, resilience, and inner peace, to trust life and yourself, to find happiness inside, independent of the world. Carry these truths forward. Practice them daily. Teach them silently through your own calm and strength. The journey is lifelong, but the rewards are eternal. Take a deep breath. Feel the calm settle. Feel the strength anchor. Feel the joy that comes from knowing you are whole, you are capable, you are free. And that is the final Stoic truth.